start up the phonograph. People's in the place to be. Plastic.
Party people in a place to be. Want a fresh style? Let me show you.
His name is Rob Swift.
All production and the scratch.
That's it up, y'all. Rob Swift.
What you wanna do?
Cut it easily. His name is Rob Swift.
All production and the scratch.
That's it up, y'all.
I'll only use this type of style when I choose it.
Well, it all started off with personal relations in the end. We came here in March this year. We got to know the people behind Printa gallery, the organizers here. And yeah, via this personal contact we started talking about a possible project that we could do together, and as it happened we got the offer to do an exhibition during the Budapest Design Week and for some further weeks, and this was an offer we couldn't resist.
I can tell a little bit details about it. Actually, I, as a curator, live here in Budapest. I moved here at the beginning of the year, but I have a stronger relation to the town and working as a curator in some galleries, but now doing together with ARTACKS projects in Budapest, and it's actually a great spot because there are lots of places where we can fulfill our goals.
ARTACKS is a non-profit organization that has as an objective to promote urban art and give young artists, especially out of the urban art field, a platform to show their artworks. We are based in Switzerland, and that's where we have our network, where we get the artists from, and these are actually the artists we want to show around, actually.
As I said, like the ARTACKS wants to support urban art. That's our goal as an association. But urban art, I'm also an art historian, so from an art historian point of view, it's not yet really settled as a term. So actually, this exhibition is all about finding out what urban art is. And often people ask me, yeah, okay, what puts these artists as a group? Why do you call them urban artists? And the only answer I can give is actually they have a common influence, and this influence is the city, like the urban environment. And the people, like, it's a 40 years old tradition, starting with graffiti, going on with skateboarding, punk rock, comic, graphic design. So it's a big mix, and it's a visual and also ideological way of thinking which comes out of the subcultures of urbanity or urban art. It's just an umbrella term somehow, so it's not a proper explanation, not yet a proper explanation. But the exhibition tries to explain what could it be. On one way with the technical side, so there are different techniques, starting, like I said, from graffiti with spray paint, but then expanding like an evolution in lots of directions through the influences of graphic design with the computer, through other influences, they use other materials, even they go to fine art, use collage techniques and stuff like this. And this variation of styles I wanted to show in the exhibition, and the variation of influences. And it's, I guess, really good visible now at the Swiss Urban Salon here.
Graffiti is like always been something that we have been interested in. We have our roots in the graffiti scene. We come out of that, and we also met graffiti here on the wall. We met a wall which has like a lot of tracks which were left. The wall is kind of breaking off.
It tells a story.
It
has
has
its history.
its memory. It's like the city's memory or a collective memory. And so looking at the wall and looking back at what we have done, we figured that we want to do something with memory, or something, a theme that is about memory.
Exactly, and that's how we came on this structure, this wild structure, which is full of color, and it looks like broken. You don't really get it maybe at the first look, what was first, what was then. Has it broken out? Was the color first and then it's broken out? Now it's the grey wall, or was it the other way around? And that's why we came on this form, and it stands in a way for this memory, for the thoughts, for the synapses in our brains, and also for the energy that is floating inside
Coming out of it, yeah.
coming out of it.
And it's just like a next layer up on what's already there, you know? It's like you have the wall with the layers which are already there, and you just put the next layer upon it. Like our memory becomes part of the memory that is already there and tries to work, tries to interact with that. And then after the abstract part, we just figured that there has to be something else happening with it.
Something figurative. We decided to make this huge character, which is on the one hand coming out of this wild structure, of these thoughts, of this energy, and on the other hand he's again interacting with it, producing something, cutting it out, taking it. He enjoys it. He's bound inside of that whole network in a way. And the big thing was how to make it big.
Yeah.
And it was a big challenge. We didn't get an elevator or something. We had a long ladder and some sticks, how you call them, extension sticks for the paint rollers. But we wanted to do it with a spray can, and that's how we did the black, with the spray can on it and painting it at the top of the ladder, and it was quite dangerous. And I think this is also a nice point of our work. We love it if it's a little bit dangerous and not too easy to do.
And a little bit difficult.
And a little bit difficult, exactly.
That's a difficult question, because urban art is a wide field, and actually it's the intention of this exhibition to somehow define it. Because, well, what urban art is like an open question in the end, I would say. It has influences from very different backgrounds and fields. It's influenced by graffiti art for sure. It's influenced by graphic design, by comic drawers, by whatever you want. It's not whatever you want. It has an influence that is linked to urbanity, to cities, to life in the cities. So there is the skateboarding influence, the influence of the whole subculture of skateboarding and of hip hop culture, mainly I'd say. But it evolved from there far and beyond what it once was as street art. Yeah, it claimed new fields, and yeah, that's what we're trying to show here in the exhibition in the end.
Maybe one thing which is important for urban art is that we have two sides. We have the outside, like when the guys or the girls also go outside and doing their stuff, like legally or illegally, it doesn't matter. So this side is really important as well, and the artists always do this in German Spagat. Like working outside and working inside, and these two sides I also always wanted to show with the exhibitions. Here we invited Silk doing an artwork outside, and it's moving like on the facade inside into the gallery. It's morphing into something else, like a piece of art on the canvas, let's say, or on other media. So I guess it's a really important evolution of this whole thing and a really important background, this outside of urban art.
The big question is if you're painting walls, how can I sell it? How can I make money out of it? Because mostly you can't sell the wall, but actually this is our base. We love to do walls, and we don't want to miss this and just paint canvases or something like that. And so we often do pictures of the walls and then go into the digital world and take them into the computer, cut it out again, and make some screen prints out of that.
Yeah, we cut it out, we collage it,
yeah, exactly.
We layer, we continue layering it, like how it was on the wall. You have like all these layers, and then we just continuing with that work in the digital area. And then, then in the end there's different possibilities. Sometimes we print on concrete, sometimes we print on cardboard, paper, or whatever there is. And for selling and for hanging, the paper is just like the most, the best thing, I guess. It just works very well, and it gives it also like a new context. I mean, the concrete is always kind of relating because of the material to the wall. It's also nice, but the paper just takes it to a total different space. Like the outside.
And it's also the thing with the series. You make a series. It's not a singular original work, and several people buy this, and so you can spread.
Yeah.
You spread all over.
It's like making your tag, but you sell
exactly,
and put it into the gallery, and it actually gets accepted as art, not like the tag, which is just like dog piss on the wall, you know.
Print you're talking about. And I think the interesting thing is also here it's our working process, very well shown, with the cuttings, the melting points, and maybe it looks like an alphabet in a way. You try to read it. It's something that also comes out of this graffiti world, the writing. But actually it isn't. We didn't want to write something.
But it's still
giving this spots, these abstract things, something like a character.
Yeah, we don't want to write.
No.
Not with letters, but we write our stories with
abstract
our pictures,
forms, yeah.
with our forms, and that's what we try to do. We try to find our own forms, our language, our very own alphabet, and this somehow is a symbol for that, I guess, because it reminds of the actual letters, but it's not. It's our own stuff, and it's going somewhere else, but that's where we have our roots, the letters. We don't want to write anymore like that, but we still somehow are there, I guess.
Now nobody knows your name.